buddy. What's up? What's shaking?
Hello. How are you?
Good, buddy. How you been?
I have been better. I have been worse, and I am okay. So that's a good thing.
That's all you can ask for.
That's right.
Hey, fellow coin nerds. See you guys out there. What's up? And tonight, for the first time ever, actually, we are also streaming live on Instagram. So
yeah,
we have YouTube in the house, we have Facebook in the house, and we have Insta in the house. That's awesome. So
IG is up and running.
Yeah, I see it. So let's check in with the chat and see what you guys are up to.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah. Hi, everybody.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Yep. Fan has a question right off the bat. I'm going to fire with it.
Sure.
Would you trade an 82 to 84 CC GSA for key date Silver Eagles? Which would hold the value long term?
Well, nobody knows the answer to the second question.
Yes.
The first question, I would.
You would. I would not.
Oh, you're talking about which end am I on?
Well, the question was, would you trade 82 to 84 CC GSA dollar for
I would not.
Key date Silver Eagles?
I would trade key date Silver Eagles for 82 to 84 GSAs.
Correct. That's what I would do as well.
Hell yeah.
But, that's totally a personal preference. It is whatever you like.
There's no telling what the value of any of this is going to be, whether the key date Silver Eagles are going to be even more valuable in the future, or if the GSAs are going to be more valuable in the future, and so then I look at the standpoint of which would I rather own? Well, there's no question I'd rather own the GSAs. They got a much better history, cool story, all that stuff.
Yeah, but they are, the 82 to 84s, they're common. I think 83% of the entire mintage of 1884 CCs was in the GSA horde. So it's like, that's a lot
nonetheless. Now, would I rather have like one of the old PCGS GSA Morgans that just says GSA horde on it? No.
Yeah, no.
That to me is more of a widget.
Right. I would much rather have it in its original holder than anything else. Let's see. Question.
They're piling into the chat.
I know. I see it. George is in here. He says, question. I've been collecting for a little while and used Dansko albums. What do people do when they buy slab coins? Not really looking to bust them open, but my OCD doesn't like the empty hole. You sound like my wife. My wife's the same way.
So you obviously don't have the OCD gene.
No, I am the opposite. Have you seen my office, Mike? If I had OCD, I couldn't have my office like this.
Okay, I will answer from the standpoint of being somewhat affected.
Okay.
So you're gonna have to figure out something to assuage your book mentality, either a placeholder or something else. Maybe a really low end version of that key date coin, because you're right. It's like they should be in the slab. You need to leave them in the slab. Putting them in an album is not going to help them in any way. It's only going to bring you enjoyment, which is fine. But
yeah. And I have seen this before where people will actually take cardboard and cut it out in a circle the size of the hole, and then put a sticker on there of either a picture of their coin or just something that says in slab or something like that.
Yeah, or what the grade is and who did it. Yeah.
I've seen that before. So that might be an idea to put something in the hole that will stop you from having those
right. That's really what it is. It's like it's the empty hole syndrome. You're like, do I really need that coin? Do I not need that coin? So it's
right. Yep, I see it. Let's see. You guys, if you have any questions or just topics you want to talk about, fire them away.
We're here. Clara's got one.
Clara, go for it.
Would you trade all the currency in your TO? How much will you think? I don't know what that means. Sorry. Clara, could you clarify? Clara wasn't very Clara.
Clara, clarify.
Yeah, please clarify.
Well, happy to answer.
Because we love the question.
Well, how have you guys been busy at the office? As busy as I have been?
So okay, so just to get an elephant out of the room, it's like I was off for 2 weeks.
Mm.
And, it's like I'm pretty private about a lot of stuff. And it's like, part of the reason why we didn't do any shows towards the end of June was because I got sick. And I have a viral infection that led to Bell's palsy.
Wow.
And so I have paralysis in the right side of my face. It is going away incrementally every day. It's getting better, and it's 2 weeks out now, so I can speak again, but I still can't really eat correctly. I can't drink. There's certain things that I just can't do yet.
Nuts.
It is. It kind of came out of the blue, and I'm generally a pretty healthy guy. But it happened, and here I am. So,
Right.
So I was off for 2 weeks, and it was during the 4th. So that week's dead anyway. But last week, we were really busy, and this previous week, I was out buying a deal on Friday. We were up to our butts in alligators on Thursday.
Yep.
I mean, I bought so many nationals. We now have stock for the World's Fair of Money.
Ooh, you got anything I want?
I might. I mean, there's no Indianas that I remember right out of the box, but there are some nice nationals in there.
Well, you might let old Corey take a look at him at the show.
Yeah, he's gonna have to look at this one in particular. It's from Imogene, Iowa.
Ooh, I have a buddy that does nothing but Iowa. You might send me a picture of that.
Maybe the finest known.
Oh, well, he'll know because he is the guy for Iowa, so I know him.
There's only 8 of them that I found on Track and Price.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's a really nice note.
Yeah, my buddy Cody does Iowa Nationals, so I may just have to send him a picture of it. So, yes, Paul, he did say up to his butt in alligators.
I did.
That is a Mike-ism.
Well, it's because I wanted to keep it clean.
But yeah, we have been busy too. I did one of the strangest out of the office calls I've done in a long time the other day. So I got an email exchange from a fella that we ended up setting up me to travel to their office, which is up maybe 20 minutes away from my office. Okay, perfect. I'm coming over. So I get there and I walk in the front door and I look to my right and I see 3 Ferraris just chilling in the foyer of this place. And then I look a little further over and I'm like, oh, that's a Lamborghini over there. And then right in the front, in the middle was a Stutz Bearcat from like 1915.
The Stutz makes more sense in Indianapolis than anything else.
Right. Well, yeah. But yeah, so I was like, oh, this is going to be real interesting. So we meet up with them. We go upstairs in a glass elevator, mind you, and we start going through all the stuff. And it was a pretty decent sized collection. But the strangest part to me, and this might not be strange really, but it was piling all this stuff on a cart and going down the glass elevator to get back to the foyer and run all that stuff outside. So
are you concerned about how heavy it was, or
no, I mean it was. I'm a beefy fella.
Yeah,
but the elevator didn't make any noise. It didn't. It
didn't groan. Didn't do anything.
The buzzer didn't go off, so we were good. But it was just a very interesting thing. I've never quite been to a place like that where I walk in and I'm like, holy macaroni, what am I getting myself into? So it was fun. It was interesting. I bought a really nice bust half in a Rat Order 64 holder. That's going off to CAC right now. So
very nice.
Yeah, it was.
I've got some stuff that I've got to have graded.
Yeah. You walking through the show?
It's like I don't know if it's that important, but there's some stuff that just needs to be graded. There was a coin I came across the other day that is missing a clad layer.
Okay.
And struck. It's a dime, and it's missing the nickel layer. And I just want to have it authenticated. And I still haven't bought it from the lady. It was the lady that I bought the coins from yesterday.
Oh,
I told her, I said, look, it's like this is decent. Or I'm sorry, on Thursday. And I told her, I said, look, this is decent. This is a nice coin, but I'm not really sure if it's what I think it is. So let me make sure. And if so, it's like we'll figure out how,
You start
how to
with
buy
weight.
it.
Start with weight on those with a really, really.
Well, that's the thing.
scale.
So the weight is what it should be, missing a clad layer. So it doesn't weigh as much as a normal dime. It's light.
Yeah, probably all right then. I'm
Yeah.
guessing.
No, I mean, you know me. I'm generally pretty good at that stuff.
Yeah. Oh, well, let's see here. Jack Young is in the chat. Jack, good to see you. Jack says, just had 5 coins returned from ICG in their counterfeit holders. Wow, go figure. So ICG is the one grading company that will actually, for educational purposes, they will hold counterfeit coins. They don't authenticate them. They don't say they're authentic. They actually say that they're counterfeit right on the holders. But Jack likes to have his coins put in those holders, which I think it's
I agree. I think that's a great place for them.
Yep.
Explains exactly what they are.
I may have a bone to pick.
Is it missing before or after the strike, Paula asks, and the question is, it is missing after the strike.
After?
Yeah, the coin has struck.
Right. Well, then it's missing before. Is the obverse all, or whatever side is missing, is it all soft and mushy?
No, I mean it's very slightly mushy, but no.
Okay, then that's struck. That's split before strike because.
Okay, I guess the terminology is foreign to me then.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Very cool.
No, I think that's, and I have no idea what those things are worth. So
right,
that's another little research project.
I may have a fun little gripe segment coming up here before too much longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sent a quite substantial amount of bulk order to a grading company out on the West Coast, which will remain nameless.
Which will remain PCGS.
Well, okay, yeah, but and there are 2 orders. One is 1,750 coins, and one is 1,600 coins. And on the first order, they have sent back 1,000 coins ungraded. So far, I don't know the rest of them yet.
Ungraded meaning ungradable?
No. So Matt decided that these were original shotgun rolls of wheat pennies in the Fed wrappers. I mean, like cherry stuff.
Yeah.
And I min graded 66 red. So if it's not a 66 red,
I got you.
Grade
Send it back.
Right.
And you're saying that 1,000 out of 1,700 came back as
so far
under 66
so far, and I think that's a little light because I'll tell you what, those coins, I unwrapped every single roll. The coins were monsters. They were
big. And I don't think 66 is a huge grade to be asking for. It's not like you're looking for 8s,
right? Well, I mean, I am, but
no, but I mean, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind. I would be.
Yeah, you'd be delighted with it.
Feel free to give me 8s and all the 7s you want, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, it's not done yet. The order may, they might grade all the rest of those coins. I don't know, but that was the first part of the first order. So if the rest of the order is like that, that's going to suck because you know what? They charge you $2 a coin for every coin that doesn't grade.
Okay. Well, yeah, because it has to be processed.
Yep.
We currently have a lot at the same grading service that shall remain PCGS. And we've been getting this in grading for like 6 weeks.
Yeah, I had that happen too. It was weird.
It's really, really weird. And
is it something goofy that needs research?
Long.
Is it something strange that needs research, or is it just a normal coin?
No, it's mostly normal stuff. I mean, there might be a variety or two once in a while, but not generally what we specialize in. And
yeah, sometimes that funky stuff,
what we
hold an order up. It just is what it is.
I know it, but they're gonna get a nasty gram on Monday. You know how that goes.
Yeah. Well, like I said, we're gonna see because, like I said, I'm already $2,000 deep in that deal, and I don't even have a graded coin yet. So we'll see.
That's bad.
We'll see where we end up. Yeah.
So if you like this and you appreciate this, or if you just want to celebrate with me, hit that like button.
Well, you know why we're celebrating, Mike? Because tomorrow is a very special day.
It is.
Our
At
friend
least
Mike
in my life.
Yep.
Yeah.
Our friend Mike here is turning the big 70 tomorrow.
I am not turning 70.
Nope.
I'll be 83.
No, Mike is turning 62 tomorrow. It's his birthday. So everybody say happy birthday, Mike, please.
Yeah, just give me a big.
And Coinsmatic over on Instagram, I see you. It says both your issues make a case for CACG. Yeah, I mean, okay, I can see that. I like that company. They really don't have a solution for the bulk coinage though, because paying full meal deal to bulk grade, 3,200 coins, it's not going to work. It's just not feasible. So, they say that they don't offer bulk programs, and I haven't seen any yet. So we'll see if they can offer some sort of bulk program. I would totally be down with that, but we just can't pay full meal deal for bulk coinage. Just can't make that work.
Paul, I'd be careful with comments like that. Something about a pot and a kettle.
Hey, look at that! All those happy birthdays in the chat. You guys.
Now we're talking. Thank you very much.
Look, we got a birthday cake.
83. That's what we're looking for.
Yeah. See, this guy knows what's up. Congrats, 70 is a big milestone. Yeah.
It is a big milestone, and I'll celebrate it when I get there.
Yeah, tomorrow.
It won't be tomorrow, but I will celebrate it when I get there. So yeah, I figured that we would, we'd have a little fun, celebrate a little bit tonight, and just have a good time. And talk and answer questions and chat. And
yeah. I mean, that's why we're here. This is not a show. Next week we'll have a show for you, but we're just kind of hanging out with the different chats tonight, having fun. I haven't talked to Mike in person, and since he got sick, we were all set up and ready to do a show, and then Mike messaged me and was like, "Dude, I'm sick." And I was like, "Oh, okay. Well,
I can't talk."
Yeah, he said, "I can't talk," and I said, "Well, that's a first."
Yeah, honestly, my kids thought about marking the calendar, creating a holiday.
That's funny. I mean, I can see that. My kids will probably do the same thing. Hey, I'm just going to say hi to everybody in the chat. I'll read off a few names. Paula, I see you. EM-R Coins, I see you. Southern Coin, Jack Young. Casey Coin Guide, George Currents, M Love Mo, Jack Young, of course, Robert. Good to see you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And again, like you guys over there, I see all you over there.
Wait a minute, you missed.
I'm excited that I was able to get the Instagram thing working out, because it's a little more difficult to get on Insta Live, but I got to figure it out.
You missed one in the chat, Matt.
Oh, who'd I miss? Oh, your lovely wife is in the chat.
Your lovely wife is in the chat.
Yeah. Your lovely wife is in the chat. That's perfect.
Yes.
Happy birthday. Happy 70th birthday, buddy.
Yeah. Happy 83.
Oh.
You're horrible.
So we have A&A coming up in just a couple weeks, buddy.
I know. And I'm going to be there one day.
One day? That stinks.
Friday. Well, you're not going to be there Saturday. I mean, I might be there Saturday, but you'll be there Saturday for a very limited time.
Hey, you know my Saturday rule, buddy.
I know your Saturday rule. I love your Saturday rule. It's great.
It's a great rule. And if you guys haven't heard, my Saturday rule at big coin shows where I've been there all week is I start a timer as soon as I get to the table. And if I don't make a sale in 30 minutes, I start packing up. And if I do make a sale, then I stop the clock, restart it, and then there's another 30 minutes. So I'm there as long as the show wants me there. And that's pretty much how I roll with that. So, because I'm literally going to be there Monday to Friday or Monday to Saturday. If we get in Monday and we're out Saturday.
Why are you there Monday?
Because we have some people we need to meet before the show opens to do some deals with.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, so this is a message that's going out to all the coin dealers that are coming to the World's Fair of Money. Please, you are welcome to stop into our shop. You are welcome to look at our inventory. Right. Please do not expect to buy wholesale stuff the week before the World's Fair of Money. I have to have inventory too.
Yeah. Yep, that's true. I'm excited too. What table do you know what table you guys are at?
I do not. We're going to have two, like usual, because there will be a
Yep.
U.S. table and there will be and you can see our buddy Russ at the U.S. table all week.
Ooh.
Yeah, so Russ is going to be there. Yeah, someday you will make it to an ANA, Paula, and I really, really look forward to that day.
Yep, we are at table 1500. I will have the entire crew with me. It's going to be something. Jack is coming this year. My son will be there. My 6'4", 13-year-old.
He's great.
He's a good kid.
He is a good kid.
But he's stoked. He is just he's losing his mind getting ready for this show. And then we'll have Spencer there. Spencer may bring a banjo or he may bring a mandolin. I'm not sure which yet. And then we'll have Corey, the paper money guy. He'll be there with us all week. And we're gonna be rolling 6 deep, I think.
Yeah, I will not be there until Friday. Because somebody, of course, has to run the shop.
Yeah.
And we just have some business to do, but on Friday I will be there. Jack Young, I need you to get in touch with me. Email me at any of my email addresses, but email me because I have a question for you.
Nice.
Yeah.
John says he will stop by Thursday and say hi. Yes, please. Table 1500. I'm on the front of the 1500 aisle. So stop by.
A farm dog.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of favorites here.
I know.
People came in to hang out and we're glad they're here.
Yeah,
guys. Barry must be playing a gig tonight.
No, Barry is in Greece, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah. Barry, the unnamed source, sent us a picture today. If you scroll back in the chat we have for our show, he sent us a picture of him on a boat floating around the Greek Isles. So
good for him.
Yep. Indigo Demon, you are just fashionably on time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Indigon, you are always on time.
Yep, that's right. Yeah. I see you guys in the chat saying someday I'm going to make it to one. You should. If you're a coin person and you have the availability to get to one of these shows, I highly recommend it because it is like the center of the coin universe for a whole week. I mean, everything that happens at these shows, it's especially the ANA because the ANA is the big show, the biggest show in the country. It is a big show. So if you can get
Farm Dog, you definitely have to. Everybody who wants to come and meet us, definitely. Matt will be there all week. I'll be there Friday and probably some of Saturday. And it's like there is absolutely nothing that I love more than meeting you guys.
Yep. And I'm gonna try to do some live streams either before the show opens, like I've done before, just talking about how the show is and saying hi to folks. I got a couple of new cameras as well that I'm going to drag along with me, so I'll make some content, which will be fun. And yeah, I think almost all the Coin Show crew is going to be there as well.
Yeah, I believe everybody is going to be there again.
Everybody.
Ernesto's coming.
Yeah,
he's the long one. He's from
Los
Angeles, or from California. So
yeah, he's the one that never makes it. So if Ernesto's coming, stuff's getting serious.
Yeah.
So, and I know Ernesto likes to party.
I think it was the barbecue that's drawing him too.
Yeah, that's it. Southern Coin says next show for me is the BRNA show in Dalton, Georgia in a couple weeks. That's a great show too. I hear that's a good show. I've never been. I know a lot of people that go to Dalton, and they say it's a great show. Georgia's a little far for me to drive.
Yeah, I mean everybody's got to have their limits, right? On how far they can go.
Yeah, I don't like to drive more than about 4 hours. 4 or 5 hours is my maximum. I just can't.
Well, yeah, you don't want to have to spend a night on your way.
No.
There's nothing worse than traveling as far as you can in a day and stopping and sleeping and getting up the next day and driving some more.
Yeah.
And it's like one of the worst things ever.
Brutal.
I had to drive to San Antonio once.
From Illinois?
From Chicago, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was a long trip.
Well, our paper money guy, when he came here, him and his wife, they drove from California to Indiana.
That's 2 days.
That was 3 days. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a thing. And they each had to drive their own car because they were relocating here, so they had to take their cars with them. So both of them were driving together.
You know what I like is they still do the cannonball.
Yeah.
They still do it. And when COVID hit, somebody decided to do it to just see what the absolute record is.
Fastest.
Yeah, and they managed to do it, but now they're like non-COVID, cannonball runs. So
they actually designate the different.
Well, they've gotten it down to under 28 hours
to go all the way across the country
from New York to Santa Monica Pier.
Gee, really?
Yeah, I mean they're running these cars with like 150-gallon gas tanks, and and they're doing 170, 180 miles an hour on average.
That doesn't seem safe.
Generally frowned upon by most organized officers.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine though, a police officer sitting on the side of the road, scanning people, and he gets somebody scanned at 189 miles an hour. I don't even think he's flipping on the lights.
Well, that's the thing. You're never going to catch him.
Yeah, I mean, he knows he's
so.
Not guy.
One of the, some of the stories are on YouTube, and they're really interesting. And one of these guys, he made a car. He took an Audi, and he made it look like a Ford Taurus. So it kind of looked like an unmarked squad car.
Huh.
So that when he was blowing past people, they thought it was an unmarked squad car.
Wow.
And as they were starting to get to the end of Nevada, right into California,
right,
he said that they had the entire interstate blocked off. They're listening, and they're like, wait a minute, they're like 3 miles back. So they were already past where they were blocking off.
That's funny.
Yeah. It's just cool stuff.
Yeah. I've been going down some weird YouTube rabbit holes too lately.
Yeah.
I've been watching mine exploring videos.
Spelunking?
Yeah, kind of. Like guys that go down in old abandoned mines and check them out. It's pretty cool.
Okay. Treasure on Oak Island? Is that what?
No. This is just like, they're like, hey, we can get in here. Let's go as far down as we can and see what we can find. So I don't know.
It's funny because the further down you get, the colder it gets.
Yeah.
Until it stops, and then it starts getting warmer.
Right.
It's funny. Okay. So I had a lot of time on my hands, and I'm watching YouTube, like 20 hours a day.
Oh my God.
Well, I had nothing to do. I mean, if
we were sick, I
couldn't do anything. So I'm looking, and they're talking about this hole that they drilled. I want to say it was in Soviet Russia.
Oh, the Kola borehole.
Yeah. And they keep on breaking drills and things like that. And they get down there and they're like, it's like, well, what do you expect? I mean, when you finally break through the crust and you get to the mantle, isn't there going to be some volcanic like stuff flowing up? Isn't that how that works?
Maybe. But yeah, it's called the Kola super deep borehole.
Yeah.
And my
okay.
My brain is full of useless information. I don't know how I know that.
As well as other things.
I'm trying to think of anything really, really unique has come in the store lately. Lots of bullion, man. Gosh, bullion has been nuts, and it's finally broke this week. It finally took an off day, which has given me a little break, which has been nice.
You talking about Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah, it came back $100.
Yeah, and that's okay. I need a break.
Yeah, no kidding.
We have been just getting absolutely just hammered. But 6 people in a row selling bullion, and sometimes it's like, oh, here's a half a roll of gold eagles. Oh, here's 800-ounce silver bars. It's like,
yeah,
okay, well, there goes that. And then at the end of the day, you got to sit down and figure out how much money you just spent. And then you got to get it. Then the next morning, you got to try to get it back, or some of it back. It's definitely been an experience.
Yeah, it's one of those where it's not that you don't want to buy it, because that's what we do,
right?
But you just don't want to hold it.
Yeah, it's like hot. It's a big giant game of hot potato.
Yes. Yeah, and you just push it around.
Randall has a great question. So, Mike, what is the newest, coolest book you found lately?
Coolest, newest book I found lately. Give me a minute on that, and I will give you a thing. I was looking for the coolest thing that's walked into our shop recently, and I can't use it as the coolest thing for the show, so I might as well give you guys. Aaron bought a I want to say it was a letter that was signed by Galileo.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's got 3 lines on there that were handwritten by Galileo. It was for lodging and food for him and his assistant for 3 weeks while he was staying in a place.
We need the telescope parts. We need them.
Yeah. So it was like that was let's see. So uh-oh. Where'd Matt go? Well, it's the Mike Show. Hi, everybody. Welcome. I'm Mike.
Oh,
there you are.
I hit the wrong button. It's all right. I'm back. I like that. See, if we would have done that before in the old days, that would have ended the whole thing.
That would have ended the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is way better.
I clicked the wrong button.
Real quick, George Currents says, do most coin dealers have XRF devices?
Do you guys have one?
No.
No, we don't either. A lot of guys do, though, and I can't say that I haven't thought about it. I've talked to a lot of guys that have them, and if you know what you're doing, like, you don't get fooled too often. Very, very rarely. If you know the old school ways to test metals, which is the nitric acid, the whetstone, specific gravity density test, and even having something like a sigma around. You have a lot of different tools that you kind of test with, and not one or the other tells you 100%. But if you kind of use your instincts and go with what you know, then you don't necessarily need an XRF. Now, the one thing that they have told me about XRFs, which I find interesting, is you end up buying more of the white metal stuff that you pass on because you can actually figure out what's in it. So, like, if you see dental stuff that's white metal, you can shoot it and see if it's got like palladium in it or something like that. So,
because it often does.
It often does, but you just can't buy it. So
I have got news for you in that regard. So there is a new app that is coming out, and I saw this in a Silver Seeker video. So Silver Seeker has this device that you can grab a coin with and you can ping it.
Oh yeah, the little
it pings really, really well. Yeah, it's like, and I like it. I think it's a really good idea.
I'm just bouncing.
There's a gentleman who is putting together an app that takes that sound and projects it on a screen with shows you the frequencies, right? Like this, where they come up and shows you in the background where they should be, what frequencies they should be. And so if they match up, now you know that it's pure and that it's right. And they're doing this for different metals. That's what's on the cutting edge. That's what's coming out.
That's pretty cool, actually.
That's really cool. I like that. And I will tell you that I had a customer that came in and literally did a specific gravity test on 13 gold eagles. Every single one of them. He had a scale. He had his cup of water, the whole 9 yards. It was hysterical.
I mean, but some people need that, and that's why we bought that Sigma.
Well, that's what makes you secure. I'm cool with it. It doesn't bother me whatsoever. Now back to the question. So the question was, what book? The newest, coolest book, Randall, has to do with it is the latest edition of the paper money catalog.
Oh, so the Friedberg guide?
Yeah, it's the Freebird guide, but I know it's not written by Friedberg, is it? It's the big one, not the red book one, the bigger one that he just came out with yes, I do want a pocket pinger, Paulo. I would love one. So yes, they came out with a new edition of it.
What's it called?
It's just been updated. No, it's the same book. It's just a new edition. Hold on a second. I'll tell you what it's called.
Well, the reason I asked is because I'm going to open another window here and we're going to go find it together. Let me just do a little Googling.
Standard Catalog of United States Paper Money.
Oh, well, that's what it's always been called.
Right.
Okay.
But it is just, the new edition has just been printed.
Let's see. 7th edition. Is that the new one?
I believe so.
All right. Well, let me get this here and move that there and do a little shimmy. And
Oh, I want to see the shimmy.
no, you don't. You sure do. You do not want to see me shimmy, buddy.
I think I have.
Okay, there we go. So this is it at Whitman.com. Looks like, is this the book, I assume?
No, it's not the Whitman one. Maybe. Hold on a second.
Oh, no, you're right. I got the wrong book. Oh, that's okay.
Wrong book.
I thought that was the right one. We'll go back here. Standard Guys U.S. Paper Money. Is this it?
No, that's small size U.S. paper. Go back. It's like this one.
Yeah, you got a pick. You got one?
This one right here.
Right where?
Paper Money of the United States. Third one from the end.
Third one from the end. Right here. Boom. Okay.
Yeah, that one.
Got it.
It is Friedberg.
Yeah, Friedberg Guide. So this is the Friedberg Guide. This is their standard kind of paper money book.
There's a brand new version of it out.
Yeah, all the FR numbers you see on the graded paper money, those are the Friedberg numbers, and those come from this book.
Yeah.
So that's the book apparently. So you like it?
I love it.
Yeah, I have a human Friedberg at the office, but we also do have a copy of it.
Yeah, you don't have to order every new version of every book. It's like I still sometimes use a 1998 Red book. It's got the same information in it, if that's pertinent to what you're doing. So, I don't necessarily buy them every time they come out, but this one is new and has a lot of really good information in it.
Yeah. Nice. Well, that's like I said, I've caught myself the other day using a book for the first time in a long time, Mike.
Oh my God.
I know. And it was the what was it? It was the Krauss unusual. I don't remember the name. Unusual Sources, or it's the Krauss Unusual Coinage book, World Coinage book. And I was looking up some weird, like fantasy struck things that were out there that I thought a pile of.
I like the big, fat, thick token books, and I like the really big, fat foreign books. Yeah, because they go all the way back into the 1500s with some of that stuff.
Yeah, but there's not going to be any new ones. Krauss is done; they're gone.
Yeah. Well, somebody will pick it up.
Who? Nobody has. Know. I mean, I assume Whitman probably should, maybe, but it's a gigantic undertaking to catalog all that stuff and price all that stuff. And
well, you don't even necessarily have to price it; you just have to catalog it.
Well, I mean, but they're going to want it priced. I mean, that's why people buy the book, to figure out if their coin's rare or not, and you determine that by looking at the book pricing.
But how does that book help you with that? It's like looking at a red book, see if your coin's rare.
Well, I mean, you can look at a red book and determine which dates are better. You got like $5, $5, $200.
Right, but you can't figure out what it's worth.
No, but you know that it's better. So.
Yeah, Riley, I'm getting to the point of breaking the spine of my Morgan and Peace dollar book.
Oh yeah,
you gotta crack them.
Yep,
you gotta open them. They're not just decorations. These are not just ornaments for your shelf.
Not just things you sit on when we're recording the show so you look taller.
No, I don't have to.
Oh, okay.
I got a low desk.
Ah, gotcha.
For an 83-year-old guy,
Yeah. 83. Well, right here go. Here's a good question. Randall asks, whatever happened to those good dies you bought years ago, Matt? You had a pile. I did have a pile, and I still have a few left, but we sold almost all of them online just over the years. 5 here, 5 there. I did have a pile, though. You're right. I had a whole monster box lid full. Yeah, they were cool. A big group of them came out probably about 8 or 9 years ago now, and I ended up with some of them. So,
Carl, I thought he was born in 83.
Oh, that's me. I was born in 83.
Were you born in 83?
I was.
So that's a year before the Indianapolis Colts vacated Baltimore.
Yep. 2/22/83.
Carpet bag.
Yeah, it's all right. How's your Bears doing?
Pretty good actually. I will take the over this year.
Okay. All right. I like it. I
Yeah.
like it. Confidence is key. Confidence
No,
is key.
I'll tell you what. It's like I have suffered for low these many years, and it's time.
It's time.
It's time.
We'll see. We got a preseason game this year again.
I don't think we do. I think we got a regular season game this year.
Okay. Maybe
We'll have to check.
that happen.
If
Yeah.
there is, I think it's up here.
Ooh.
I love going down there though.
It depends on what time of year it is.
So yeah, the absolute last thing that I did before I got sick, I wasn't at Soldier Field, but I was within the sound of Soldier Field
Oh, okay.
for the Rolling Stones concert.
Ooh, so you stood outside to look at
I wanted to knock it off my bucket list. No, Aaron's apartment, Aaron's condo
yeah, I forgot about that.
is you look down into Soldier Field. I mean, you can't like see the stage or anything, but you
got a
can
good-
hear
you can hear?
everything perfectly.
That's cool.
It's the Stones. I mean, even for an 83-year-old guy, I've never seen him before,
Yeah.
and so it was cool. I really like Stones.
Yeah. Well, hey,
Casey Coin guy, my Chiefs are doing okay. Yeah, yeah. Back-to-back championships will make you think that.
You know, I was thinking about something. We should have a fantasy football league with within our coin show here.
I'll tell you what, I've got a better idea.
Oh,
Fantasy football's way too hard.
no, it's not.
What we can do, well, you want to run it, go for it. I'll participate.
Yeah.
I'll play. But what I thought would be easier is to run an eliminator. Eliminator.
I like that. But we could run pick'ems where you pick a game every week, and then whoever has the best score at the end is the winner.
Yes, but eliminator, you know how that works, right?
Oh, I have no idea.
Okay, so eliminator is week 1. Everybody picks a game. They pick a team that's going to win or is going to lose. You can do it either way, right?
Okay.
And if your team wins if they're not supposed to or loses if they're not supposed to, and you're out.
Oh, okay.
And every week you cannot pick the same team. So once you've taken them, they're gone.
Oh, wow.
And as you start getting, it sounds so easy. And so many people are out by the 4th week.
For a while, yeah.
It's insane. And I've been in this with like guys, like 200 people before. And, doing it for money is a completely different story. I mean, we're not going to do that, but yeah, it gets to be really fun because it gets down to where there's like 2 guys left. And this guy's got 5 teams that he can pick from. And this guy's got 5 teams that he can pick from. And yeah.
Huh. Indica Demon says, which would you rather sell faster, bullion or top pop ultra moderns? Which would you rather sell faster, Mike?
Which would I rather sell faster?
Which means
I would say top pop ultra moderns because there's way more profit in them.
Well, that would be my
margin on bullion is but the margin on bullion is just, if you're going to ask me, see, this is the difference between me now and me 5 years ago. You asked me 5 years ago, and it's like I'd given you a collector answer. Now I give you a dealer answer because I've been indoctrinated.
So the reason that I would want to sell the top pop ultra moderns faster is because I don't mind having the bullion exposure rather than the top pop ultra modern exposure. Because any day somebody can come along and make another top pop, and all of a sudden your coin's worth 30% less. Where bullion is gradual, you can see it coming. You can predict it. If if you keep an eye on things, you can have a fairly decent idea what it's going to do. Whereas the top pop ultra modern stuff is just like at the whim of the grading company if they decide they want to make another one or not. And
yeah, and the bullion is going to be at least somewhat tethered to economic conditions.
Right. Well, that's what I said.
Like top pop moderns aren't going to have any, they're going to be a crapshoot as to whether they go up, down, sideways.
Yeah. And that's why I would rather keep bullion longer. So that's my answer. Mark asks, should I switch to PCGS now that ANA dropped a free membership with NGC?
No, I think that each service has its advantages on certain coins, and I would send certain coins to NGC and certain coins to PCGS.
I agree, but it also depends on what the amount of coins you're shipping in is. If it's just a few coins every year, yeah, I wouldn't flip flop over. But if you're sending in a decent amount of coins and these are coins for your collection, and you prefer one to the other, yeah, why not? Why not? So,
That's more of a if it makes you happy.
well, correct. And you and I think about it like I send in a ton of coins. We send in coins to
Yes.
PCS, we send in coins to NGC, we send in coins to CACG, we send in coins to CAC stickering.
Yeah,
And
we send
then paper money.
yes,
Yeah.
sometimes never get them back. Yeah, I know but the fact of the matter is that just certain coins are better off in certain holders, and that's always been a thing I felt.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think that's gospel. That's my opinion.
Well, and that just comes from years of grading coins. You learn these kind of things. You see trends. You pick up on trends over time. It's like, oh, okay, well, PCGS grades these this way, and NGC grades them a different way, and I like this way better. So that's who I'm going to send those to. And then these, they both graded the same, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it definitely does get that nitpicky.
Now, regardless of the membership with NGC, joining the ANA is an absolute must. Everybody should do that.
Yep.
It's our hobbies organization, and there are just so many benefits to being a member.
Yep. And they put on the summer seminar every year, which is like the closest thing we have to Coin Nerd College or Coin Nerd School. So
yeah. And there's a class that's going to be done. Oh God, I want to say within the next month. That's going to be done online. That's an ANA class on counterfeit detection.
Cool. Yeah, that's a good one. Well, and that's what we're up against right now. So I can definitely see that that being useful. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and then there's the money talks at the ANA. If you get a chance, you should look through those. You should look through those and see if there's something that whatever.
High five.
So yeah, there's a lot of cool subjects. That was how I learned about the Newman Numismatic Portal. Was they gave a money talk one year, at the ANA. It was really, it was cool.
Yeah, and I took grading 1 at one of the at the ANA maybe or Central States. I don't remember which, but they used to offer some of the seminars that they did out in the summer seminar. They used to offer like 2 full days, which would count for the same credit towards the next class up. So
okay,
it was really cool. I don't know if they do those anymore, but every big show at least usually has something going on that's educational. Not necessarily maybe like a full on classroom experience like that, but they definitely usually have speakers or like the Newman Numismatic Symposium. That's a thing that happens at shows now. So,
well, here's my thing: is that just by looking at the subjects, right? You may not know what somebody's going to be talking about. So when I was at summer seminar a couple of years ago, yeah, Modern's sick. That's right, they're sick, man. So when I was at summer seminar a couple of years ago, Joe, oh God, I can't remember his last name, Joe Bowling.
Joe Bowling,
Joe Bowling is, he's a big paper money guy, and he was talking about silver certificates and North Africa notes. And I mean, to be honest with you, it's not really something that I'm super interested in. But
that guy has forgotten more than I know about paper money.
I figured it was worth of it. Joe Bowling actually got me looking for something specific, collecting a specific thing. So, I mean, and I didn't expect that at all.
Very enterprising.
Super, super interesting.
Yeah. Here's a question. Jack says, speaking of, how often do you guys see completely misattributed labels on slabs? It does happen. I have a stack of them in my safe that are either have the wrong date, mint mark, or both.
Yeah, but that's a mechanical error versus a misattribution.
Well, I mean, I guess that's right. As far as varieties go, you don't see it very often. I've seen it a few times, but I've definitely seen a lot of the mechanical dates and stuff being wrong. But as far as like like a 54 quarter labeled as a huge O, and it's not a huge O. You don't see that very often, but I have seen some pretty funky stuff happening over the years. So,
yeah.
Paula says, as far as errors, they're becoming very common. So there you go. Paula would know.
I heard some news this last week that the Bureau of Engraving and Printing has announced that they are going to stop making star notes.
Okay.
Entirely.
That's cool.
Because, and the reason for it is because people pull them out of circulation so indiscriminately that you might as well not make them.
That's funny. That's funny, but it's true.
It is true, and it's like, and they just pull all these star notes out of circulation, and they're worth face value. And now the money supply is shorter, because it's all been removed from circuit. It's just hysterical.
Over on Instagram, Tom Flynn says, "Thank you guys for all you do for so many people." Thank you, Tom. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you, Tom. That's nice.
Nice guy, that Tom Flynn.
Hell yeah. Why is it that I can't see the Instagram chat?
I'm running it over here. So
okay. Well, that's probably why.
I couldn't show it to you if you wanted to see it, I don't think.
Well, I don't think so. That's okay. I'll let you deal with it.
So they're asking in the chat if that's confirmed now, and they thought it was just a rumor. Is it confirmed? Do you know?
It's what confirmed?
The end of star notes.
I believe that they did confirm that.
Let's just get on the Google machine.
Now we know how that works.
Yeah, right. Star note bills. I don't see any super duper confirmation. But I'm also just doing a quick Google. I see a YouTube video. Not watching that. Let's just go to the Federal Reserve's website and go to releases, news. Here we go. Communications. There we go. Audit. That looks like too much business stuff. I don't see anything, but that doesn't mean that I'm not just missing it.
Let's see.
Yeah, if you can find a link.
Coin World is saying that they will be produced until further notice. So
okay, well there you go. Oh, so Casey Coin Guy says they heard they were going to stop ones. Well, maybe, I don't know. Confirmation is key.
Yeah, and God, stopping $1 bills would be such a great thing.
Never going to happen, buddy.
So many dollar coins.
Nope, not going to happen. They won't do it. They won't do it.
You mark my words. There will come a day. I don't know when. I don't know, if it'll be in my lifetime. Doubtful. Your lifetime, I'm not sure. But I am going to go out on a limb and say it will eventually happen. Eventually.
We'll see. We'll see. Hey, we got more love over on Instagram. 90% Bourbon says, Matt and Mike, thanks for the Saturday Night Live entertainment. Hey, no problem, buddy. Thanks for joining us.
90% bourbon.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
Let's see. M. Love Mo says, Star Notes will continue to be produced by traditional banknote production equipment until further notice.
There you go.
Process.
The Coin World article.
The new printing process means the future serial number patterns in a strap may contain gaps.
Well, a lot of this was in response to those $2 bills that everybody's trying to match up from 2013.
Right.
You want to know what's really funny is I have yet to see, other than on websites, 2021 series currency.
I don't pay enough attention to cash.
It's been 3 years. I mean, it's been 2 years since they've been producing it. So it's just funny because Janet Yellen is the Secretary of the Treasury now. And it's the first time that a woman has been the Secretary of the Treasury.
Sure.
And, her signature is on the bill, and I haven't seen them. Pictures.
Interesting. Yeah, I can't say I've seen one either, but I also haven't been really looking. So it's possible. Jack Rowie says he's gotten many 2021 series back and change, so maybe it's just in his part of the country.
I think it is a distribution thing, but I tend to generalize a lot of things in that regard, but I also work within a half mile of the Federal Reserve Bank in Chicago.
Yeah.
So I do tend to see a lot of the new stuff.
Well, maybe you're in like this weird umbrella of
Yeah.
old currency.
Ella. I don't look at my change any further than the serial number, Paula.
I don't either. I catch myself using cash less and less here lately. And I know that's as something that I do as for a living, that's not a good sign, but it just is what it is.
It does seem to be a trend.
Yeah.
But when you think about how many billions of coins they make every year, even to cut it by 10%,
Well, and
they still make billions.
we were talking about this. I don't know if it was last show, but how the dollar is the reserve currency of the world, and it is used in so many other countries that it would be chaos if we stopped making certain coins or paper monies because these other countries depend on it as a source of stable monetary use rather than their whatever currency they're having problems with. So or their country issues.
And as of this moment, that is still that's the fact.
That's I think
and that changes, then everything else may change.
Well, that's I think the reason why they just are so reluctant to change anything because why change it if it's not broken?
Well, you know what? They've done a lot of changes.
Well, sure.
They've completely redesigned our currency, and yet they couldn't stop making a $1 bill. Come on,
well,
that's weak.
I think, and I kind of sort of think that stopping the production altogether of one of your smallest denominations is akin to just basically knocking a zero off of your.
I don't think it's going to trigger inflation. I really don't.
You don't?
No, because there are dollar coins that are readily available. So they're going to step right into the breach, and nature abhors a vacuum.
We'll see. I mean,
it's that Americans are just so hard to get them to change anything.
Well, we have a rich history, and we love our
coinage. We got a rich history of a lot of bad things.
Well, we have a rich history as far as our money goes. We have our founding fathers depicted on our money, and our early money was literally something that people fought and died for. So,
sure, and yet, ironically, the person that is on the most common piece of currency in the United States hated the Federal Reserve or hated the reserve system and vetoed the second bank of the United States. Did not like paper money at all.
Well, there you go.
So.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I have to add a new trade account. No, there's already a place for it to cash register. It's already there.
Yeah, I have dollar coins in my cash register.
We have dollar coins and halves in the same thing. We give away halves, dollar coins, and $2 bills. We call it strange change.
And you know what? People hate it when I'm like, "Hey, you want to take a couple dollar coins?" If I
can, and people react completely the opposite to it in our world.
Yeah, well, a few of them are like, "Oh yeah, that'd be cool," and then everybody else is like, "No, I just want dollar bills."
So no, I love the $2 bills. Yeah, and then you have the curmudgeons that are like, "Don't you? No, we don't use singles."
Yeah, well, there you go.
We don't even order them. We don't have them.
That's the part of the problem, buddy. Is you get those curmudgeons? Yeah, Chris says 40 years.
Chris K, there you go. 40 years of a $1 coin in Australia, and they're all still there.
There you go. People tuning in from Australia tonight. That's awesome.
Good eye, mate.
No. Don't do that. Well, buddy, we've been rattling on for an hour now, hanging out with all these people.
I know.
Anything else you want to get to tonight before we hang her up? We got next week. We got an episode.
We do have an episode next week.
We're making a few little changes to how we're going to record the show live. Just some production things that might make it easier for me to edit the show later. So if it's, the show is a little different next week, it's by design, I promise.
Yeah. So it's like we may seem more like you're watching something live being put together.
Correct.
Rather than a finished, polished, like it's ever been polished.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
There are some shows I don't have to edit very much at all. And then there are other shows where you and I love to say and we stutter and we stumble over all sorts of things and we say wrong stuff. So I have to edit those.
Yeah. And
But-
then there's, you know, every once in a while you'll just say something, not you, but I mean, I'll say something that's just wildly wrong.
Yes, and that's what chat is here for.
Look,
That's
if you say enough things, once in a while you're gonna say something stupid.
That's what chat is for. They're here to keep us honest.
Yes.
You know, if we say something wrong and they know that we're wrong, feel free to fire it off because I will check it before I edit the show. And if we are wrong, I will take it out.
Casey Coin Guy points out the fact that they are producing Kennedy halves for circulation again, which
saw
they
that.
have been. Last year they did it. I think they're doing it again this year.
Interesting.
You know,
George says,
it only took what, 60 years? I mean, the guy was killed on TV.
yeah.
Our parents wouldn't spend the coins.
George says he's on episode 167. You are a trooper, George. You are chugging right along.
Going forward or backward?
I assume forward.
I hope so.
Up. Not backwards. You don't want to go backwards.
Oh.
I assume going up from the bottom, which is you're a trooper. I can't imagine.
Paula, there would not be enough time in a day to edit our show. I will tell you what, Paula, we used to do a show and it would take me a week to edit it.
Hey, Mike, you remember that OCD thing we were talking about at the beginning of the show?
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
So
forward. Oh, George, you suffered through all that early stuff, you poor bastard.
Yeah, well, you know what though? It's okay. He's still here. He's still chugging along.
He is. He's tonight. Hey, he still likes us. So
he's here tonight. Okay. So there you go.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Well, I think I am going to hang it up. This has been a blast. You guys rock. I love each and every one of you that's joined us tonight. You guys.
I love every single one of them.
My fellow coin nerds. You can see my shirt. It says Coin Nerd. That's me and you. And
don't forget to pick up the Gindos.
Oh yeah, Gindos hot sauce. Those guys.
There you go. Spicy Mike's.
Yep. So we will see you guys next week for our show. Like I said, it's gonna be a little different. And other than that, I think it's just Central States prep. Are we gonna do a meet and greet? I think we are.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're going to be up at Central States, we'll have it hammered out before the next episode so we can get it out to everybody before the show. But we are going to do a meet.
I think it is most likely to be on Thursday.
Okay. Well, there you go.
That's the most likely suspect because I'll get off work. We'll have dinner and then we'll meet and greet.
The last meet and greet we did, there was a test. It was a physical paper test that was passed around.
Yeah. Barry did that.
Awesome.
It was fun.
It was awesome.
I learned a lot.
Yeah, I did too. We might have to get Barry. We have to talk Barry into another one of those because that was great.
Yes.
I had so much fun. All right.
Well, all right. So thank you to everybody who helps us. Thank you to everybody who shows up. Thank you to Justin for, running the background on us tonight.
Yeah.
And thanks to all of you who listen. We really appreciate you coming by and giving us your feedback and share this and collect it, trade it with your friends.
Yeah, we'll see you guys later. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight.
Thanks, and I'll see you after 83.